so good, but we failed to mention a triple initiator for the side of EG, no duelist, and we talked about, hey, what's going on for EG? What do they have prepped? Because again, on paper, it looked like OpTic had the map veto in their hands.
More info, please. That's the game that EG is playing here. They'll know everything about the next step they're going to take. One way to stop them and start a 5A push that EG is holding right now. Mid? Mid is OpTic's right now. What is this push? Right out the gate, off the rip, they're up mid.
Okay, Smokes, flank watcher, Apoth with a kill, but at least he died before, or right after putting out of his smokes. So this allows a plant coming out here from EG, and you saw from the overhead the amount of utility that was going in there as Bussio's watching the flank. Chamber on chamber, it's Ye that closes the door of that chamber as Busio falls. Now Jogimo is trying to hold down his line by the generator. Victor coming out from the swing. That's really nice for a second one, but Calm answers back. It's a 2 versus 1. Shock dart lineup.
No, he doesn't.
Oh yeah, that's gonna get him off the spike, but Ye still posted up in the corner. A big fight about to come up in this corner onto the A main side. Gonna be off the shot. And there you go, Ye gets it. The defuse is gonna come in here for OpTic Gaming as finally a pistol round. It gets stopped, like what, it's gonna be 13 in a row or something like that for EG. It finally gets stopped right here on the Ascent.
Yep, they snuffed that one out. OpTic's real, they were like, you know what? You took our bind record away. We're taking your pistol record away. Yeah, it's a good one. And you saw them give it to Ye, right? So 3 ult points for him. Victor already has 4 for himself, so you can expect that to be finding info real fast. We'll keep an eye on where the gate crashes go. I haven't really seen him setting them up just yet. Looks like he's just kind of playing more to feel out what EG does first before committing to those. And he'll leave one. Fine.
One lane here coming on a defense. Knife to actually spot Mara, but he's just going to stand around. And he will be able to get this kill into Apoth. Nice little combination from the aftershock coming out from FNS to allow the spacing to occur.
One enemy remaining.
And then for all these kills to happen for OpTic to sweep that second round.
Nicely done. You kind of have to deliver that to EG. It's what they've been doing. We talked about it before. EG has been so aggressive on their defensive side. OpTic says, you know what, we're going to force your hand this time. Because OpTic was really getting pushed around the last few maps, and now they're taking control of it for the first few. Is that the same for their bonus? A Vandal for Ye. He wants to go for the firepower. As they keep a Ghost on Mark to inspect the rest here. What's the play, though? Trademark holds B, but it looks like Ye still wants to kind of stay on that with the rendezvous, which would bring him back to A. Gate crash deep into mid for OpTic here, so it does look like they want to get behind EG at some point. It looks like right away.
Shut down.
The Com's winning on the top of the catwalk side, so that's the studying coming in here for EG, expecting that pinch towards that B link side. A TP coming back here from the A side as well, so it's going to be a hard hit inside A. A couple of flashes, utility being used, but Ye's still in the back of the site. That Haunt's going to spot him, though. He's getting decayed, or actually, it's going to be a seize. So he gets decayed out of that, and Busu gets the frag off the trade.
There's the push from Crashies here. He wants to kind of get around. So, the team, look at, they're organizing so the team can crash all at once. Spike's going to be planted.
Spike planted.
You have this rotation around coming from Com, but OpTic are ready. It's going to be a tough one for him, though. Definitely an uphill battle versus the weapons of EG.
Gogimo now eats that. He's looking for a little bit of information here. The flash. Oh, even that's going to find the info of that Recondor. A little bit of damage to the wall, but FNS gets the frag from behind. Boostio alive now, spawning the last one at the generator. Going to be back and forth, and Boostio gets a 4K into that round.
Those shots were kind of gross. Really nicely held. Able to thwart off the bonus of OpTic. They're taking a bit of damage. You can see that Dogmo and Reformed lost their weapons, but they're better off for sure as we get into this round. One ultimate away from Boostio's. For round 5, we could have a pretty spicy round if they start getting these ultimate points online. We'll see what the focus is to start. The spread as well leaves Boostio on the left side of the map. And it looks like they will continue to move around where Victor will play, usually towards mid. This time he'll push with the chance to get back to his gate crash. He just takes a push there.
After breaking the dart, Prowler spots him. He's still holding it there, and they don't hear the snap of the fingers yet, so they know that it's close. The underhand throw, Ye still holding it down. This guy's so aggressive. He's so confident, and he does have the trust in his teammate right behind him, which is going to be Marv holding the A main. Meanwhile, though, a smoke towards mid to allow EG to creep up towards this area if they can. But the patient plays coming in from both sides. The drop from Dogimo, peek out now from Ye. There you go, finally.
Yeah. Playing it safe. He thought he was actually going to be close to peak too with a 1-2. Almost read it right. Here comes the rest of EG. Jogamo maybe an over-the-shoulder 0 point to start this one off. It's going to be a deep rotation coming in for both Crashies and FNS here, so the amount of delay the rest of the three can do in A would be huge.
Is coming in, the Haunt is out. Recon Dart towards the heaven side too, but Ye still in the back of the site. He is suppressed, but he's just ADSing for these kills, but finally the trades come back for EG. They open up the site now for the attacker side, and they're looking for a plant down towards Dice. But Calm has dropped.
Spike
No
planted.
pulse plant lineups here from the Sova, and a Prowler that spots Crashies up towards the 3 side.
Player standing.
Swing comes out from FNS, but cannot capitalize on the kill that surprises his opponent. Now Crashes gets the Haunt, gets that one first kill, and it's a 2 versus 1. Swings on the next, but it's going to be Boostio that wins that fight, and EG ties it up 2-2.
You know, at this point, I can't tell. Like, Crashies is going through, and then I'm like, wait a minute. Things are just, this game has been, but yeah, tied up there, 2-2. Not a problem coming out of that round. And a little bit of a reset, right? You are going to have OpTic looking for a possible Thrifty to come through. We've seen him already in this series. And EG continues to focus more towards A. We haven't really seen them break mid. We haven't seen them break towards B. That's where all the flanks have been. And really, it's mid that's been OpTic's. And again, it might be Victor's if that dart doesn't come in. So we'll keep an eye out. EG is using a lot of their util right off the bat there.
That way. The KO ult as well on top of the Paranoid to clear out the site. Meanwhile, it has disabled the ultimate here from Ye as they're holding towards the back of the site right there, and the shares continue to work for OpTic Gaming. They're not clearing towards the log side, and finally Boostio stops it, but Crashies still alive inside the site.
What?
And Apoth is on his own. Somehow they've turned it over in favor of EG, but finally we've cleared it out. It's a 2 versus 1. The wall's about to break. And finally the total false is ready now for Ye against Boostio and Apoth as the spike is going down. Going down towards the staircase, and as he walks through it, is greeted by the crossfire of evil geniuses as EG take the lead. And yeah, that was off what? 1 KO ultimate versus maybe just the ultimate from Ye. So there's still a lot to work with right now going into round number 6.
Yeah, KO after a barrage of all the Prowlers and util. We saw as well getting into that site. And look, trading places. Like everybody, he left Boathouse, went into site, and everybody was site went Boathouse. It's interesting for a moment. And EG do find that round as they ring around the Rosie. Another B strat though. We just said they had a very heavy focus towards A, and now EG looks like they want to tempt once again here. The flash from Victor. He'll be able to tell easy enemies on the other side.
Prowler though to counter back, and no gate crash available for Victor as Boostio gets the timing in the kill before we're able to teleport away. You hear the ult, and you see the ult going inside the site to spot quite a few. As OpTic, Ye, and Marv, though, the TP coming back towards the back B side. Marv is able to swing 2 kills of his own. That's a spike now planted, though, at least on the attacker side. And we're having Boostio and Jogmo looking to clutch a 4 versus 2. Big Rolling Thunder coming out that misses. Jogmo that's trying to catch one off guard with the underhand flash, but still not good enough, as you had too many players from OpTic Gaming on these trade opportunities, and you didn't even need to trade.
Here, look at the mini-map. Just kind of where EG has died. There's 3 site, 2 all the way back. Like, OpTic was able to really stop what was getting into the site, as EG had purposely forced their 3 members in. They actually had a great kill on Victor. But then Marv was just able to get in this position and say, nope. Completely snuffs out the strategy that would have been the retake. Absolutely incredible stuff there. Quick play by Marv, and you look like it could have been a pretty sticky spot, but he made it work.
Especially when Apoth's ult got canceled. There was an opportunity there for Apoth to even come back before Marv comes out, but thankfully from all the disruptions that have been going on in the battle towards that B site, it allowed Marv to get those 2 kills and to add 2 ult points into his, from the shadows, into round 7 now. As a full gun round comes in from both teams, you finally see that most of the ults are now depleted, but we do have the Nightfall online from both of the Fades.
Can't use that.
Still holding off. First time that EG's actually worked a bit towards mid. This is where we saw EG so strong against Luminosity. Where Com had this mid flank that would come around towards B or come around towards spawn, and you 2K, 3K, round after round or round every other round. Here he will be the flank as well. And it's going to be a push into sight. There goes the smoke towards top, and Night falls in, Vansily.
It does spot out Yay, the Prowler come out. Marv, though, still holding this ground towards the Hell side. Underhand throws, TP coming out of Yay, but it's still going to be a great hold from the two players inside this A site. You already see everybody else from OpTic Gaming rotated over, as we do have Com trying to go for a flank with only a Spectre to work with.
30 seconds left.
Built him up. I had to be cursed this round, right? that's the only way it works. Just pit him
Potentially at least
against
get this
impossible.
backstab kill.
True.
There's one.
Oh, the spin?
180. Crashes was waiting for that 1-2 though, but it's still around for OpTic.
1 for 1. Well, not 1 for 1, but now we're starting to creep 4-3 as it could become 4-4. EG is on that low buy though, so unlikely. Ye is going to be setting up shop. Looks like that might be a B start with a rendezvous back. Oh, he sets a trademark up for B. That's actually been a spot that OpTic has been pushing very happily. I wonder if they sit behind that trademark and just let Ye really do some work here so nobody gets caught off guard by what tricks EJ may have for the save round. It does seem to be the case. It's a mid peak. No real push. Actually, right in the cubby. This could be a big frag coming up for FNS. Nicely done.
Yeah, I mean, you have it right. Breach and FNS.
That's not,
Gets
not
that
wrong.
frag. Busio gets pushed out from the corner, and Marv gets the kill before it could TP away. But this is an equal round for EG, trying to scale up towards that mid side as everybody gets denied on the initial information and space.
There.
It's attempted to be taken here for EG.
Look at that gate crash thrown through spawn right now. So the idea is OpTic wants to defend A, but are ready for B, and that's exactly where EG is. This is why I love Fade. There's so many areas to throw over and kind of get in your opponent's face as they take in B now.
Dogmo's looking for the underhand. He does get the blind on to Ye, but Ye even retreats into another smoke to stay alive. Prowler coming out now for Crashy, spraying through. Plan Elise comes in for EG on an eco, so that's mission successful out of that. Joggable playing close range, does get the frenzy kill. Apop lands a kill while he's fully stunned, leaving now Reformed on his own in the back of the site. That's not going to work out there as he's getting swarmed once again by OpTic on the retake. And it seems as though, as I say that, from round to round for OpTic, that could be the story right now for OpTic's defense on these pulse plants of how much utility and bodies they're coming in together on these retake attempts on their defender side.
It's a nice job, too, that they take down... who was that in the beginning? I think on the rotation towards Cat, they were able to get one of the EG members. So then you know your rotation's going to be a bit easier, right? A nice kill by FNS on that one. And then they were able to... Busio and Com, yeah. And they were able to basically rotate back over. So EG calling the timeout. We're going to round 9. We saw how this one has worked, right? They were able to get the bonus. And then OpTic kind of resets themselves, and round 6, 7, and 8 start to become theirs. They start to wear down EG, and I think that's a big part to realize in rounds 3, 4, and 5. When EG got those wins, they were being worn down quite heavily. So you're never amassing this huge economy. Resetting. We usually see EG come out really big after these. Let's see if they can keep that true. They do have to pick up a few rounds here. It's been super close in every first half. I can see OpTic really having kind of the veteran play style and the strength to kind of push a little bit more in this instance, having been here so many times and such a international level.
And for EG side off this timeout, getting a plant off a lower buy, getting the economy right, and also probably this timeout is to try to determine what's going to happen in the 3 remaining rounds when, again, you have that second wave of ultimates that could come in from both sides, and how do you take advantage of those? And for EG, at least to start things off, as we're still a little bit away from a couple of them aside from Jogimo, we're just going to default into this round to play it slowly.
Looking across, at what EG had on Ascent, it would have been a raise that you see in here. So just a little bit more forward into the site. Yeah, that's the drop. I love it, right? You talk about kind of the Phoenix mechanic that Fade got with throwing mollies. Over walls is so perfect to drop that in your opponent's face.
The thing is, that was 1-0 point that actually flushed out all of that utility. So now we have EG trying to take cover of mid, but a Nightfall comes out from the defender side. So that is going to get a little bit of information right now for OpTic. So we're pushing and pulling from both ends back until we've gained nothing for Evil Geniuses once we're waiting for this ultimate to fade out that was being thrown here by Crashies.
All right, EG, what's the move? Spike lends itself towards A. They still have Sonar Bolt. It's going to be coming up for Comm, so that's basically the breath they're waiting to take to get the rest of the team into this site. Fade and everyone else coming from the tree side. OpTic's so ready for this. They've had 3 on A. It's going to be tough for EG.
And a huge paranoia, no smokes available for APOD. It's going to be hard for the attackers to gain over the site, especially with the smoke on the defender side holding back on the Anchor's play. Now on the cross, Crashies does catch Boostio as EG are looking for these frags towards the back of the house side. Marv is still there, the TP on the other end, and Bomb, though, still gets the kill. He's on his own, and he gets killed by Crashies coming out from the tree side, and OpTic gets another round.
We talk about this sometimes, Vans. Great round by OpTic, but when you bring a no-duelist composition to the table, it does become harder to execute. It relies more on the utility usage, allowing you to move forward. Not a flash or a Yoru clone or gate crashing to the back of the site. You know, like OpTic will bring Victor or Neon or Yoru to the table to blast in. You see EG when Jogamo does that, and it does seem to loosen everyone up and take a bit of weight off their shoulders here. It requires more to run this team, I think, and we're kind of seeing OpTic take the advantage of that pressure EG's feeling into their favor here.
Bring them down.
Now into this round. Prowlers on both ends, so information there for the Fade players on the B site. Meanwhile, Boostio following the Aldrone to look for the entry. Headhunter in hand. Fault line coming out here from the defender side, and I like that from FNS. Allowing the positioning here from OpTic to just hold their ground from staircase and lane. But Boostio's still just going to wait there with the Headhunter back towards the market side.
Smoke sprays, a little bait there for FNS, so he would be able to clean up the fight. You just see kind of what OpTic's thinking. They're trying to get in the head of EG and bait out some util. EG's just going to go ahead and orb hunt right now. EG's happy to wait this out to 10-15 seconds, right?
Oh, yeah.
The round most likely is in their favor in this buy, so hope that you can get power in numbers and overwhelm the site. Oof.
There's Boostio trying to make some noise here towards the door side, but as the Haunt still comes out, Marv doesn't care. He's holding his ground towards the generator side. We're trying to get this kill for Zapod. TP's on the top of the generator side, and that's going to be a prime gaming flawless for OpTic that continues to be literally flawless in the past 3 rounds.
Yeah, not a lot of options, especially on the save rounds for EG to kind of get behind enemy lines there. Like we said, nobody to blast through or fly in. Just that Omen ultimate that can really quickly break enemy lines without them being able to do anything. A quick cleanup here on A. OpTic's doing a great job of not pushing themselves too hard. Right? You can go out. You can say, oh, we want more. They're doing everything great. They're not pushing out for kills, overextending, and honestly cleaning up EG as it comes.
Seems like we could potentially see something quick now. As we mentioned before, we have to build up these ultimates here for the attacker side of EG. Norb could allow a From the Shadows of Apoth and even a Tour de Force from Boostio. And it's going to be the Null command and also the Hunter's Fury to come out to clear the A site. And finally, they're able to take down Marv down towards Hell for EG. Also crashing small from the Hunter's Fury. A trade to come out as FNS is trying to go for the surprise kill, but is greeted by Jogmo just by the switch side. As we continue to push forward, Ye's on his own finally as the action settles. The dust settles, and Ye is also pulling back to save his operator. And another one of those rounds where the ultimates pay off in their favor of EG on the attacker side. I don't know if it's going to be enough, though, once we switch defender side for EG.
I mean, it's a great point in itself for this round, because a great round of ults for EG to swarm A. They're not going to have ults every round, right? That's not how Valorant works. So we see how much it kind of took them to get into that site. OpTic's been able to set up this really strong defense and know that no one's going to be just screaming into their face. Ye sets up on hard angles with the rest of the team, and they take down EG here. A different... course, eat crow on that one. But a different story overall to the situation at hand. And EG making that 7-5 very, very possible here. That timeout definitely coming into play.
Last round in
Still
the
okay
half.
here as we move into the last round. We have
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
ultimate available for Boostio, so he's still going to be able to pull out an op here. And even
There's
as
OpTic.
OpTic pulls out the timeout, I think that the economy was pretty low for comms, so Boostio that had that Vandal could drop it potentially for his teammate and figure out how they could salvage the last round of this half for EG.
And that's what we mentioned it earlier, that when OpTic, or the rounds EG won, sorry, those 3, 4, 5, they lost a lot of members, which is why OpTic was able to make that run through 6 through 10. And here we have that reset for the last round, too. OpTic's like, no, get the 8-4. It definitely is so much more than the 7-5, that's for sure. It's so different just by one round. But it's the Boostio, yay. Like, we were looking for this, right? Throughout, we get the chamber back on Ascent from being a Cypher onto Split. So EG has really brought out the playbook for this series to go up against OpTic, 3-0 in this group here, and they want to be the first one to give them that tarnish. So we'll see what can happen. Final round here as OpTic's coming out of their timeout for the first half. Vancilli feeling that operator. Oh, operator drop. And it's Victor. No, what's gonna happen with this? They're just throwing it. They're juggling. They're juggling.
I mean, he is positioned towards
He has
the
a
area
tour de
try to work
force,
out.
so
Yeah.
who's going to grab it? Are they just leaving it to use?
It's the same thing as they had on the first round, right? Or the
Right,
the
you
last
just have
map when
it.
they had so much econ to work with, so you've got operators, vandals, trying to figure out what to do here. But
my.
speaking about what to do, it is going to be a Nightfall coming out on the attacker side as a nice flash allows Lucio to get the close range kill onto Ye. Crashies answers back from the market side as he gets the headshot onto Reformed, but FNS still has a rolling thunder going for the spray through the smoke. Nice paranoia on the other end as the chess
Spike
match
planted.
continues towards the B side take, and as it settles down, it's going to be time for FNS to pull out the rolling thunder after the aftershock, and then you'll see OpTic Gaming roll back in, and here it comes.
Oh dear.
Doggymo up towards that staircase. He falls down. Victor towards the back end at the lane side, continuing to push backwards. Still has a curve bar to work with, but not going to work out. Marv gets the last kill onto Com. The defuse comes in, and Victor gets the defuse. That's OpTic Gaming getting 8 rounds into the half as we take a break and see how it's going to finish. As I was trying to call the blindside from Victor's Yoru, it was actually a blindsided play from EG to pull out the triple initiator comp on their attacker side, and it works out with the ultimates that they had, Riv, but I asked that question before. Is this going to be good enough, a triple initiator comp on the defender side against this composition from OpTic?
We'll see. I mean, does it snuff out and find where Victor is? Does it stop this Yoru from doing what he wants to do? Quick haunt over the top. Boostio clears, and they make sure that they know someone's peeking tiles. Everybody's top mid right now in that rotation. I believe that could be gate crash back if that's not the rendezvous. It looks like Victor's just chilling by himself for now.
Life gets shot off here on top mid, so Joggingmo's trying to go for jiggle peaks, and that's the thing as well. The trademark is actually being placed towards that B main side, so you're forcing now Joggingmo to continue with these jiggle peaks and could potentially, with how cracked Ye is, get popped off.
Yeah. It's really nice because now Victor can turn his back and know if he has to instantly look, right? Just be aware if it gets smoked out. Oh, the timing. He's about to get pinched. This could be really tough for Boostio, and he's probably going to rendezvous out of here eventually.
Oh, not yet.
Oh,
nice
great
little
trade.
trade there. Victor is low. There's that TP away, but
Double
Joggingmo
trade.
still gets the kill onto Ye, and Victor's still low on HP. So another great piss around that's started off here for Evil Geniuses. Can they actually close it into the end of the round? 30 seconds left on the clock. OpTic trying to move in somehow with the haunt. Nice combination. He gets the kill onto Marv. And Apoth long range with the frenzy. And indeed, it will be a piss around once again back in favor of EG.
Oh, look where Com is. Com is in B. EG felt so sure about their comms. They didn't, well, no pun, they didn't want him to move. They said it could still be a fake, hold that position in a hard anchor on the site. Didn't even lean outside. So great calls by EG there and great defense to be able to do that. We kind of see they work really well with this four-man squad. They take sites on split with it. They can defend with it in post plants, and then they have their floater around. Makes them aggressive. A lot of teams do it, but we just see EG doing it a little bit more. See how they push this one. Vroom vroom from OpTic here towards A to start.
Attempted at least to start. Apoth on the left side corner. There's 2 kills. Looking for that third as he TPs away right into a surprise FNS that says, "What are you doing, bro? What are you doing?" Gonna pick up the spike now as the other two players of OpTic are trying to take control of tree side, being held back by Joggimo that still has the fragment and flash to work with.
Prowl it out. Get safely over across tree. That spike.
Spike down A.
He trades it back at least though. Spike is still down. Haunt has been destroyed at least on the attacker side. Nice little C's on the ground too to allow Ye to get the plant. Alendrome to just try to clear it out at the teleportation, knowing that there's not going to be any TPs available. Joggimo drops in, does the heroic play as he's pinched behind 2. And finally Calm gets that last kill right after. EG gets the defuse.
Look at that. Anchor sights and still can make the play happen when he needs to rotate. Calm coming up there. Obviously, EG just getting through OpTic's eco round, but a nice plan. OpTic put a little bit more money in their pocket there, too, so nice job to kind of mix up the map, get themselves in with a low amount of utility to plan it out. EG looking for this bonus here. It really hasn't been going their way for this. Even if they are finding pistol rounds in their favor here and there, only losing 1 recently. This has really been going towards OpTic, so let's see if they can capitalize on this one right here. Get back to tie.
Trying to look for the A side control to start. There's OpTic probably on the other end and a push forward. Nice little counter coming at it as OpTic. Utility comes out in their favor and to get the battles in their favor on the A site.
Mid push as well. It seems like they wanted the extremities as much as they could. Now mid's going to be pretty much all they have left with Calm on A. Gate crash to separate the map now. Awesome play there by Victor to know he would be in between some members. Caused a lot of trouble.
Last player standing.
Almost sneaky enough.
Mark gets the save and also gets the last kill, and you see that at some point there's, again, some stunning being done by EG because those are actually gate crashes that are set up by OpTic when they played their matchup last week, and they pulled out this composition too, where the gate crashes, the decoys are also placed on that mid side that allows these aggressive rotations out from Victor. He came out there with the spike. If Busio won that fight, we could have potentially seen a different story.
Absolutely. Playing the game of risk right now. Coming out on top a little. 9-6, they do thwart EG. We'll see if they can go low by here. Judge on them. Oh, they go for the same play just about with no mid pressure this time, Van Siller.
Yeah, and that's because they, even though they won like the pistol in second round, after losing that third on the second half, no economy to work with. So a trap play attempt, a TP back towards the B site, and it's actually being held by Common and canceled out. So Joggimo is still going to hold towards that A main side with the Frenzy. Busio with the Headhunter too. Victor trying to creep in on contact. Nice shot there from Busio. That's spiked down. Marv with the pre-fired shot. Does not land onto the kill.
Good hit.
Tried to go for the bait so that we get the swing in. And both players actually doesn't work out here for Joggimo and Busio. As the attempt
Thought it might
was
have been
there.
one shot there.
Yeah. Comes on the big flank. He's going to hear the footsteps. Picks up a Vandal.
One enemy
Oh,
remaining.
there's the first kill. Door gets closed. 38 seconds left in the clock. And somehow, it was actually the non-spike carrier that made it into the site first. And that's no spike down. So Marv
30
could dance
seconds
around
left.
and play around the map here because he still has a lot of time. Oh my god. He
Oh,
misses
dear.
the shot. This is going to be a
What
dual
is
battle
happening?
towards the mid side. Both at low HP. As Calm is going to have to book it back here towards the A site.
He knows.
Calm has a recon dart and shock darts too. So this smoke
Oh my
might not
gosh.
mean much.
You can spam
10
it after he shoots
seconds
the dart.
Wait!
Perfect. Good call.
There they are.
And there's a shock dart. And Smart still gets the spray!
He's gonna be looking for that. I called it as soon as he walked into smoking and spam it as soon as he shoots the dart.
Exactly.
Well, Sova counters smokes. You can easily counter yourself. You're not shooting a Phantom. Oh, so smart played by Marv there.
Standing.
Knew the utility was gonna be raining down on him and used it to his advantage.
Well, just for Marv to just spray in there, to go for the tap, fake the spike plant. and come out for the spray with the kill because he sees where that
Oh my
second shock is
gosh.
coming from. Just sprays the direction and gets the frag. He's ice cold. He's
Such
ice
a
cold
heady
again.
play. It really is. He really is. Okay, the B plays now. Possibly back to this for OpTic.
Shot down.
As EG looks to set up the defense, they seem to just be wearing away to the strength OpTic is bringing to the table here. We'll see if they can do it again. The forward push here from Boostio. And he start EG off right here in round 17. He's going to get found out.
Utility continues to score. Blind side with the decoy on top of that, but you still have the spray coming out from Calm. Bouncing off the shock dart. It does hit onto Victor, but still survives at 15 HP.
1 minute of one of the... Honestly, usually we've had action throughout all these rounds, whether it was mid pushes or not. Now we're getting a little patient here as it gets a little tighter towards the end of this series. Our third and final map, both teams taking their opponent's pick. And here we are. Victor going into the zone.
Dimensional drift, trying to find the information. Spawns 2 right now. The
30
third one in the
seconds
back of the site. Throws that curve, throws the blind side rather, and TP's out into the B main side. That forces out the rotate, but there's still players towards the tree side. They thought, Reform thought that somebody was going into the windows room as the window gets broken, and it gets picked off there by Marv, but Apoth is still alive in the back of the site. Does get that nice kill. As the spike now gets planted. Paranoid to come out. Close range battle. Win against Ye. Marv again around the site. What a headshot onto Apod, but finally Boostio gets the frag. It's going to be a 3 versus 1. Crashes is too far away, and EG gets the defuse.
Vans, are we going to do this again? Are we going to do this again? I was OpTic at 11 last time. As EG started to squeak back in, they get themselves some positioning there, but the money, it kind of says no. If we look at it, the buys coming through are definitely stretching EG a bit thin here, but I think we're getting the same almost on both sides with how tattered they've become in their economy. And each round's people going down with one person coming out alive. The results you're going to get are some half armor buys here. It does look like OpTic's going to be better off as they have been in the lead. We'll see if Apoth can make this back work.
Trying to add more pressure towards that B main side. Nice 0 point though. Orb's going to get picked up, but you can't really get the ult out right away because of that 0 point that did spot that information from EG's side. And the Nightfall comes out finally on the attacker side. It does get the ping onto Apod down towards Hell, so he's going for a smoke and a paranoia. Nice counter utility being used by EG. That cancels out the ult, but look at where Calm is at. He's actually at the B link, waiting for the rotate.
They didn't put the trademark outside B. It's the first time that OpTic didn't put that defensive utility up, and now
Right here.
Calm gets to play the sneaky sneak and look at over his shoulder
Here's it.
also is Jogamo. Oh, Jogamo left. What is this TP?
He's faking it.
They got eyes, maybe just a few there. We saw the silhouettes. Vancilli.
They're spotting it, they're waiting for it. Calm does get the first kill, and Elisa gets traded out, but he's done so much damage. 1 HP onto Marv. Ye still gets a kill onto Boostio, but Apoth is still holding back towards this A site. Now everybody's rotating back towards A. It's a cancel from Marv's side, so that Ye can battle against Apoth in down towards the Hell side. And now OpTic are rotating back towards the B side. Ye wins that fight against Apoth. It's up to Reform inside the B site. 23 seconds left on the clock. Haunt now spots a few. Fault line to stop him. Marv is at 1 HP in the back of the site. Reform swings back out. He hears the jumps. Oh, the shot missed from that Spectre. And they will still get the plant in for OpTic Gaming. Crashes just around the corner at that sideline. Or the sidewalk. Nice rolling thunder to allow him to get the kill onto Reform. And man, we went back and forth. Jogimo still stays alive for a bit, but he's going to get backstabbed by Ye once again.
Incredible round. You could take that round and look at it from OpTic's perspective and their point of view and realize why they're such a good team by the fundamental of space taking, right? I was so on the fact that they didn't trademark B, but the way they retook the entirety of the map where any members of EG could be was safe enough to regroup and make it still work for themselves. That sometimes becomes the hardest thing. When you are on one side of the map as they were, all pushing A, and OpTic was able to retake everything back from EG. That kind of fundamental play is really tough if OpTic is going to be just having that on top level right now.
And OpTic changing the style into this round. Ground control and a gate crash. That trademark's gonna spot that decoy, and we're gonna have to fragment just to slow down for a bit. And the counter smoke does not allow Victor to get into the site. Palm trying to go for the blind ult into the B link, and does get the tag onto one at least.
We saw these Marshall rounds from EG on split. They were able to pick one up. Oh, just pushed out of his position. This is getting tight here. APOT, shoulder to shoulder, hip to hip.
And the flash allows him to get the kill onto Crashies. Just all thanks to Jogmo getting that first blood just from that mid-side take. And now Marv TP's away, man. This is insane. This is so slow from both of these teams, but it's so methodical right now, Riv. You're just getting suspense out of every second of every round so far.
There's smoke. Those paranoia. Pings just went down towards B. Not sure why. Maybe they were just kind of considering something. Dice for comp. One at tree. Remember, this is the low buy round for EG.
One enemy remaining.
And they're actually
Spike
good for those
down
kills.
A.
Marv, though, looking to clutch a 2 versus 1 with 18 seconds. Spike
huge.
is down out in the open, and they're pre-firing the shot for Jogimo. The knife also knows that Marv is not close. Now Marv is booking inside the site.
10 seconds
Flash, he turns away, going for another fake plant.
left. Team A.
And Booster goes for the running
Oh my
jump.
gosh.
Right-click classic. Of course, of course.
You saw Jogamo with the temptation plays too. He's like, flash. Oh, somebody's got to peek. And yeah, Marv not really knowing which way to look on that one. What a round, though. EG again come up with a low buy round on OpTic. In the tightest of situations, what is this series? OpTic calling the timeout here in the late game, round 20. Look at these last few rounds of the second half. So scattered between the squads, never really being able to build that economy up to use the composition correctly. And we see, I'd say EG's comp still worked on attack here, but another composition from EG that's defending a bit stronger. We saw the same thing with the Cypher on split, where they were really able to come into what that agent comp wanted here. And now kind of feeling that once again is OpTic pressures and pressures. Marv 26 and 11 this game. Absurd stuff on the controller.
And at least if you're looking at the scoreboard from EG's side, playing triple initiator, it's at least nice to see that the number of assists is actually quite high for these 3 players.
Yeah, exactly.
So where they're getting some points into the information gathering point, they're still missing in terms of fragging abilities by not having duelists, potentially, which is why we're seeing like Marv able to lurk around, playing the anchor play that he does. There's not too much going out here from I mean, I guess they're trying to use Boostio as their duelist, because that's pretty much a duelist right now, looking at
a little bit, right?
Meta, yeah.
He'll be there to get some of those trades, but I think it really helps with everybody being able to trade off the Seizes, the Haunts, the 0 points, so much initiator utility. You almost should be able to battleship where your opponents are, right? Just pinpoint them. But, oh yeah, one's here, one's here, one's here. Let's hit the site.
So same thing.
Yeah, same thing. Oh.
Decoy to actually force out the trademark. As a pop flash about to happen for Jogimo off contact. Nice kill by Boostio. Actually, Jogimo is going to get the easier kill. That was a nice little bait as well from Boostio getting that kill, and Jogimo doesn't want to give away his position. And now OpTic with 3 more players on an eco now. We're just painting across the map, trying to figure out where the weaknesses could be so that they could at least get a plant. They still have a smoker alive. So the Prowler is actually going to spot Jogimo, potentially throw a smoke if they can, but Marfa is going to decide to keep it.
Jogimo's defense on this is just completely shredded OpTic. They have to figure out how they want to work this now. Apoth's just banging his head against the wall here. He's waiting for somebody to come into A.
Come spot.
Give him some action. As here comes the spike towards long A. It's a 2-1 split coming from OpTic.
30 seconds left.
Got a Haunt in the air. Does spawn onto 1, so that allows Apoth to swing up and get that kill, and the second one onto FNS.
Spike
Crashes
down
behind
A.
enemy lines. The patience to come out, trying to pick up this gun. Now he spots Apoth, gets the second one onto Apoth. This is on a 3 versus 1. 13 seconds left on the clock. Going to be very difficult for him to win this one here. As now he swings out off the Haunt. It's still going to be the frag coming in for EG as we have 11-9.
Big stuff coming from Evil Geniuses here. Deep breaths towards the end of the game. They kind of snuff out what OpTic was trying to do with the reset on their timeout, and EG gain a bit of the control back here. Weapons back in their hands. Ultimates not really going to help too much. They do have Nightfall that they can swamp a site with, but remember, everybody's pretty much going in on that as we have Calm on the flank somewhere. Looking to the side of OpTic, they again change this default strategy of leaving your traps over to a site. They trap mid, and they're going to start working towards this A site a little bit more. This is kind of the first time they've had just Crashies working mid, though. Usually that's Victor.
Yeah. And for EG, doing a little bit of the pistol round, having 2 players just holding back towards B Link and Market to cover the B site, or sorry, the mid side overall. But you see how OpTic's grouped up. Apoth again going for the jump peek, and as soon as it comes toward contact, gonna smoke it off. Paranoia in the site. We also have the gate crash coming out from Victor in the bottom of the site. Huge nightfall, and even a haunt. That spike now down.
A.
Joggimo trying to go for the molly on the left side. Spray as a recon guard spots one on the doorway side, leaving FNS and Crashies alive for OpTic. Joggimo still trying to swing out. We're trying to turn it around. It's a 2 versus 1 somehow. And finally, Reform gets the last kill from Generator. And EG, they pull back another round where OpTic couldn't get in for a plant.
Man, silly. EG's opponents with this composition basically become a light bright. You saw so many members of OpTic in A just lighting up like fireflies left and right in that site, and we're seeing what this initiator composition is supposed to provide, right? When you have those scenarios of a grouped up team looking to post plant and you're just, hey, there you are. Oh my gosh, what a swarm on A site there. Really nicely done by EG as we, round 22, one away from the tie.
Paranoia set up potentially here on the defender side. It's just going to be a one-way instead. A seize and a fragment combination that does not catch too many players of OpTic. But as it calms down for a bit, I was actually singing a song where you were saying Light Bright, but I don't know anybody else in chat probably knows what you're talking about, Riv. I had the commercial running in my head.
I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it.
But now
at that
counter
point.
smoke on the defense from EG. Orb now picked up 4 Marvs as a from the shadows to work with. That actually forces out the KO ult. It works out because Reform and Apoth are getting these kills and they're in well ahead to try to tie up this game, and it will work out with the Prime Gaming Flawless.
Whew. Spicy round. Not giving any real pressure to the side of OpTic, knowing they were coming in. EGR farmers. Nice job on that one to get the round. Prime Gaming Flawless. That's another round for EG, and they put the pressure on this map. We're in a realm. We're in an area. We're in a strange universe. A lot of people thought we wouldn't be in right now, Van Silly.
Yeah.
And the EG fans are loving it. Can they take down the green wall in 2 more rounds?
Insane. But the economy's still good here for OpTic Gaming. They still have a chance to pull this out on another map where they're really strong on and showed something new on their end with this composition against Cloud9 last week. Big gate crash now towards the mid side as we're inching up towards Catwalk. Rare sight early in these rounds actually for OpTic Gaming as they finally look for that pressure on Cat.
Oh, quick prowler. Look at them. They're just taking each other's utility. Like, thank you, thank you. At this point, it's all they've got. The trade Apoth has been on fire.
It's a huge kill. Almost missed his
Incredibly.
little TP away back to the site.
Just styling. Parkour. 1 minute left on this round. You see the maps in the top left, how close it has been throughout. Each team taking their opponent's pick. And now we're on to the decider. Nightfall going into B.
And also, we've actually refreshed the rendezvous for Boostio, so he might be able to TP away. We're getting information out, but I don't know if he actually finally gets spotted there. So he goes for that flash from Victor, but Calm in the back of the site does get that kill as well. So Boostio's running out through the smoke. He's about to get a backstab against 2. FNS trying to hold back towards the market side, and they are able to get 2 kills, but there's only 1 more to go. It's FNS that gets dropped by Boostio on that flank. And EG, this is EG, chat, at Matt and Series Point against OpTic Gaming.
What a read on that play. Apoth getting over to the other site, getting the paranoia out, and just smacking Victor in the face. Oh my gosh, EG still pulling out all the stops here. 24 rounds in. Can this be the final one to give OpTic a loss here in this group? Evil Genius is looking to do it. They have the Odin. They're set up on defensive side. It looks like they're going to play this one I wouldn't say a slight bit more patient. They are pushing up on some sides, but they aren't going to push out too far.
If anything, they have slight less economy as a recon dart and an Odin. That is the first time that they pull it out of the pocket, and it works out for EG. Yes, there's so much damage on 2 main fraggers of Victor and Ye. But with this HP,
Absolute
it could still be
geniuses.
doable. One just around the corner. It's Boostio with the Duel de Force. The jump peek to allow the swing potentially of Marv. He lands the shot! Now towards the back battle. He lands another one here. There's only 2 more to go. Rolling Thunder available for FNS. It's do or die right now for OpTic Gaming. Rolling Thunder to come out, the flash around the corner, but a nice little fragment underground from Jogamo. Now here comes the aftershock. Jogamo gets the last one. As he sees Victor, they're inching on him, they're closing on him, there's nothing he can do, and EG wins the series with the Prime Gaming Flawless over OpTic Gaming, 13-11.
Absolutely incredible play by Evil Genius. Literal genius.